Hello, my name is Rachel Zanders and I am the Youth Representative to the United Nations for Global Education Motivators. Welcome to Session 3 of the Professional Development Web Series. Today I'm going to be showing you the Teaching with Primary Sources Teachers Network. So let's get started. So before we begin, I'd just like to show you the login page for the Teachers Network. So when you click the login button, as you can see, you need a username and email, and in order to acquire that, you need to have an invitation link sent to your inbox. So whoever is watching this and whoever has signed up will automatically receive an email invitation to become a member of the Teachers Network. So let's go check our email. And here we have the invitation. So we're going to click it, and the link. We're going to click that. And here we have our user information to create our profile. So for the purposes of this webinar, we're going to create a profile for our founder, Wayne Jacoby. So within the user information on the About Me section, you want to be brief and just explain a little bit about yourself and why you wanted to join the TPS Teachers Network. Next, you're going to put in your city, your location. And under professional experience, where you've had experience, you can click multiple. If you've had 9th through 12th as well as 6th through 8th, you can click both. If you've had all, click all of them. And the subjects you've taught for this purpose is social studies and history. And your years of experience. And next, under TPS experience, because this is the professional development series, you're going to be clicking professional development workshop. And for highest level of TPS attended, we're doing level 1 since this is your first time experiencing the TPS network. And then this is important. For the program TPS that we're using, it is Waynesburg University. So make sure you click that. And then we're going to register. So here we have your profile page, but as you can see, we still need a profile picture. So I'm going to go through the computer and look at the picture I want to choose. And I'm going to upload it. And this is the profile picture I chose. Now, the reason this is not a good picture to use is because you cannot tell from this picture which person is Wayne Jacoby. On the TPS network, they want to make sure that your profile picture is an up-close picture of you, but also enough space to show who you are. For instance, Mr. Jacoby is a teacher. So we're going to choose a different profile picture and pick one that fits the regulation of the website. And then we're going to upload it. And here we have a clear picture of our member, enough space to show who he is, as well as a nice close-up. So this is the kind of picture you'd want to choose for your profile. And then we're going to click Next. And now the account has been created. In order to become a member of the TPS network, after registering, you must get a confirmation link. So as soon as the confirmation link comes in, we're going to go back into our email, click it, and then we're registered to be on the network. And here is your confirmation link. So we're going to go down here and we're going to click it. And now your account has been successfully activated. So we're going to go ahead, log in, and explore the website a bit. So now that you're officially activated, we're going to sign in using your username or email. And log in. So this is what you're going to see when you first log in. Right here is your home feed. So under your home feed, everything that comes in from the groups you're a part of or the friends that you've made on the website is going to be placed here. Very similar to the home feed on the Facebook pages. So if you just scroll down, you can look at what people are posting, what they're talking about, if people have changed profile pictures, added resources, added sources. It's just a great way to see all the activity feed that's going on within the TPS Teachers Network. So now I'm going to take you to your profile page so you can take a look at what it looks like to others on the website. So let's go to Profile and click it. And here we have your profile. So if you scroll down just a little bit, You can see your About Me section, your profile picture is here, and then this right here shows everything that you will potentially upload or contribute to the website. You have friends that you can search for, you have photos, videos, as well as the favorites that you favorited within the website and the groups you're a part of. So speaking about groups, the one group that is the most integral part of the TPS network is the TPS Commons. So we're gonna go ahead and click that. As soon as you become a member of the TPS Teachers Network, you are already a member of the TPS Commons. So under the TPS Commons is, very similar to its name, a common area for people to come and share their ideas and resources. If we scroll down a bit, we can see here, they post the description of the group, why it's important to you and the network, the announcements, if there's anything going on that teachers, fellow librarians, or researchers think that you should know about, they'll post it under announcements. For instance, the 2015 Library of Congress Summer Teacher Institute dates have been announced, so that they would be here. They also have discussions, and this is the part that's really, really important to being a part of the TPS Commons. This is where you get the chance to open up dialogue with other members in the Commons as well as the website and really discuss subjects, resources, share research. So let's go into one just to give you an idea of what it looks like. Here we have the title, Teacher Walks in Famous Author's Steps. And the administrator of the group, Mary Johnson, talks about an article she found that she thought she could share with the TPS Commons group. And if you scroll down a bit, people have started commenting, posting, reposting to her comment, starting a discussion. And this is a great way to see, as like I said on your homepage, people who were sharing ideas and resources, and a great way to see what's really out there from other people's research. So let's go back to the group page. And look at links. So similar to discussions where you can start a discussion about a link you may share, links here are direct posts from the Library of Congress website or other websites and primary resources that teachers and researchers have found. So let's click Recordings. And here is a link for recordings of all 2014 Library of Congress webinars for K through 12. This is a great resource, a great link that can really educate you on all the webinars that have been provided for you by the Library of Congress. And once you click the link, it'll actually take you there. So here they have the link. The recordings of all the webinars for 2014. So here it's all put on one page. It's from the Library of Congress, and it's a great way for you to listen, to watch recordings that would be relevant to you for your K through 12 subjects. Now let's head back to the group page. And the last thing I'd like to show you for this section is the files. So this is a place where you can upload PDF files. If you have a research paper that you'd like to share, you can download it in files. They have resources, very similar to links, however, it would be uploading files. So let's actually click one. Let's go to Back to School handout. And there you have the option of downloading the file. And then you can save it onto your computer and have it for whenever you want to access it. So let's head back up to the group. And if we just scroll up a bit, I'm also going to show you, so there's a lot of different ways to navigate this website, and there's always going to be certain options for you to get to places faster. So for instance, we have discussion up here, down here, but we also have it over here. And then we also have a way to see all the members of the group if you click over here. And here you can see, like I said, whenever you join the TPS network, you automatically are a part of the TPS Commons. So this is just a list of all the members. If you happen to know someone, go friend them. These are all the people who are in constant dialogue within the TPS Commons group. So the next thing I'd like to show you in the TPS Commons group page is the photo link. So we're going to click here, which is the shortcut to the photos. And like I said before, everything that's within the TPS Commons group is also within the web page. This is actually the photos for the entire network as well. So under here, we have different photo albums, and they're based on their subject material. So we have civil rights, teachable texts, etc. So we're actually going to explore the pollution photo album here. And as you can see, there's actually only one photo. So I'm actually going to show you how to upload a photo to, expand the content of this photo album, as well as expanding the content of the network in itself. So let's go up to Upload Photos. And we're going to go to Add Files. And then scroll down through our files and find the photo that we want to upload into the album. So then we're going to go to Downloads and click the photo that you uploaded. And then click Start Upload. And now we're going to go to View Album so we can see the photo that is located in the album. Oh, and you've earned a badge for contributing to the Commons. So we're just going to get rid of this. And there is your photo within the photo album that you just uploaded. So let's go take a look at it. Now, it's important to remember that whenever you're uploading resources, links, or photos, to make sure you always cite where you located your information from. So this photo we actually got from the Library of Congress website itself. So when you upload it, you want to make sure under your comments that you include where you got the photo from and all the information that goes behind who took the photo and anything to make sure it's cited correctly. So we're going to go to Add Comment, and we just copied and paste, so we're just going to click Paste and paste our information in. And now it is uploaded successfully. So that's how to upload a photo. If you ever see that there is a photo album that looks a bit sparse, don't hesitate and don't be afraid to contribute to the content. So now that you've uploaded your photo, let's go ahead and tag it. So we're going to scroll down and look at our tagging options. So let's go to grade level. And we're going to choose the grade level that you would want your photo to be a part of. Let's do 9 through 12, add tag. And let's add another one here. Let's go to 6 through 8 as well and add the tag. Now let's get our subject. So we're going to click Subject. And because it is from the 1960s, we're going to click Social Studies and History, add the tag. And let's now create a custom tag. So we click Custom Tag and enter in, let's say, pollution, since it's dealing with pollution and gas masks. And you add your tag. And now all of these will be added into your tag cloud within the TPS Commons group, as well as within the website itself. So let's now head back to the TPS Commons group page. So I showed you the TPS Commons, which was the main group within the website, but there's so many other groups that have been created based on so many different subject materials. So let's go into Groups and click All Groups, and this will show you every group that is represented within the TPS Teachers Network. So here we have the highlighted groups that the library, that the Teachers Network has provided for you. If you're a new user, you're new to the groups, these are just some of the groups that they have recommended you can look through. So let's scroll down a bit. Here you can see all the different groups that have been created. For instance, we have See, Think, Wonder, Primary Sources in Early Childhood, National History Day, and we also have Teaching the Effects of Armed Conflict on Children, which is actually our organization's group. So we're going to go click on that to take a look at it. So now we've landed on the Teaching the Effects of Armed Conflict on Children group page. So we want Wayne to become a part of it, so let's join the group. And you have two options of doing that. You can either click the Join Group link here, or go under Group Options and click Join Group. So currently we're on the home page of our group, and within this home page, this is where all the activity stream is updated for this particular group. So whenever a group member updates a discussion or posts a link, it will be put right within this homepage activity stream. So if we actually just scroll down a little bit, I'm going to show you a wonderful video that we're going to show you a bit of a clip of from Professor Richard Lobin from Rhode Island College. So let's just click here. In his video, it's a lecture given at the Library of Congress, and he provides the vast information on South Sudan and why there's a conflict. And he describes geographical locations, he describes tribes, and gives a great context for why the Civil War is occurring today. So now let's go take a look at this short segment.
We have basically this sort of sketch of North-South dynamics, with the North being represented by military leader Bashir, and the South SPLA, and the blue line, or the blue oval there on the right-hand side represents Abyei, the fracture point, the point of contestation, not only about the political borders, but the ethnic borders between Arab and Muslim north, and non-Arab, and sometimes Christian and pagan south, but especially at Abyei and nearby areas like Unity Province and Bentiu, we have oil. Oil in fantastically great quantities, and this has become one of the other major issues of the modern-day Sudan as the fault line. The GNU was the brief government of national unity when Garang and Bashir were working together, subsequently replaced by Salva Kiir and Garang. And we have other issues, of course, going on. I really just don't have time. I have whole lectures just on Darfur and just on the LRA, but these became central pieces in American domestic issues and political campaigns about how to resolve and who's responsible for what and what to do about Darfur became a very important topic. And not to mention Joseph Kony and the LRA, which was used as a proxy conflict for putting pressure by Khartoum on Juba through Kampala and through Joseph Kony. That goes on until today. Now, they tried to solve that within the framework of the CPA, simple as ABC. ABC, the Abyei Border Commission, right in the middle of the lower square surrounded by red is Abyei, and it represents this fracture point, and it still is basically the fracture point in the current south-on-south violence which prevails until today. So in case you didn't think of how a picture is worth 1,000 words, here's downtown Abyei, highly contested by both sides. In fact, before it was so contested, the Bagara, or cattle herding Arabs, did collaborate pretty easily with the Ngok Dinka, who are cattle herding Nilotic people. They got along all right. But when the exogenous forces from either Juba or Kampala or someplace else, they had, so we need to send in joint integrated units of either AMI, African Union Mission in Sudan, or the United Nations mission in South Sudan were sent in to try to have force separation between these contested forces. It still leaks over, and we do have until today the Sudan Revolutionary Forces and SPLA North representing southern sort of interests in the north, and not to mention people like Riek Machar representing northern interests, or George Athor northern interests in the south. And so this issue has not gone away. It's still very much present now with major Ethiopian, Ugandan, and now Kenyan forces separating not only north from south, but especially southern people themselves, Nuer and Dinka.
I hope you enjoyed that wonderful clip from the Library of Congress. Let's exit out of this tab and head back to the group page. So let's take a look at our discussions that we have going on between group members. So under discussions, as I stated before, it's a really great way that you can share your ideas and share links within the group and about the subject that's pertaining to your group. So for instance, we have more than one kind of conflict: civil wars, gang wars, and the children caught in the middle. Let's click that. So as you saw in session 1, Sabrina showed you a wonderful video of a poet, Omokongo Dibinga, reciting his poem on the similarities between gang life in the US and the Civil War life in Africa. And here, she decided to share the link on the discussion page and provide some of her own feedback, her comments, her opinions, and she also asked some questions. She said, what other kinds of conflict impact today's youth? What other resources are available on the Library of Congress site that examines these issues? And so in response to her questions, I actually had posted my own thoughts. I answered her questions, I posted my comments and opinions, and then I actually posted a link as well. So it's just a great way for you to really see what people are thinking about when they're posting, and to really enter into a great dialogue. So now let's head back up and go back to the group. And we're going to scroll down just a bit and go to links. And if we just scroll down a bit, so here we've posted some links that we think are really relevant to teaching the effects of armed conflict on children. We have a Somalia Prime Minister plans to end child soldiering, International Criminal Court, and Child Soldiers Accountability Act. So let's click the Child Soldier Accountability Act of 2008. And here, Sabrina gave a brief description of the link, what it's about, and she provided the link. So let's go ahead and click it. And here it actually takes us to the congress.gov section of the Library of Congress website, where it shows the how the bill was created, if it was passed, and then if it became a law. And according to this, it actually has become a law. So another great resource just to show more content development and a little bit of way to see the legality behind our topic. So let's close out of this and head back to the group. And then we're going to go back here, click back to group link. And scroll down just a bit, and then I'm going to show you our files. So if we click Files, and here we have two files uploaded by both myself and Sabrina. So here we have Comparing Maps, Europe and Africa. So let's click that. And then we're going to scroll down just a bit and click Download File right here. And here she gives just a brief description about the file and why she uploaded it. So we're going to open our file and click OK. Click Open. And click the application you want to use to open your file. For instance, we created this under Microsoft Word, so we're going to click Microsoft Word, Open. And here is our map. So as you may recall from the first web series, Sabrina mentioned the 1884 Conference of Berlin, also known as the Scramble for Africa, and she showed you some great maps on the Library of Congress. Well, here we compare some of those maps. As you can see, the European continent is pictured here, and the African continent is pictured here. And in our file, we decided to include some questions that would really engage educators with their students. For instance, what is your first impression of these two continents? Well, you can already see how small the European continent is in comparison to the African continent. Questions such as these will really engage your students and get them thinking about maps and how they are comparable, and will also relate to the history of these certain countries and continents. So let's exit out of this and head back to our group page. So now that we're back on the home page, I'm going to go into the photos and show you the photos that we've uploaded to our group. So if we just click the photo icon right here, and here it lands on two separate photo albums, one from a previous workshop we did in October, and some content uploading on the teaching the effects of armed conflict on children. So let's just go in here and take a look at this photo album. So here we actually have the photos that Sabrina spoke about in session 1 from the Library of Congress, showing the map of Africa pre-Berlin Conference and the map of Africa post-Berlin Conference. So let's head back to the group page. So as you may have noticed in the TPS Commons group, there's actually a section for tagging of your material. So if we scroll down just a little bit, each group has the option to be tagged. And what a tag does is they're keywords to classify content. For instance, if we are reaching out to an audience of 3rd graders, then we can tag 3 to 5, 6th graders, 6 to 8, 9 to 12. We can also tag subject matter. So we deal with English language arts. We're also social studies and history. Then you can create custom tags, and that's for whatever you want other people to be aware of that you're tagging. For instance, Global Education Motivators is our organization, so we wanted to make sure that our group was tagged under Global Education Motivators. Now what happens when you click a tag is, let's go to English and language arts. So here, if we scroll down a bit, within the group, this is what has been tagged under English and language arts. You can also tag discussions, links, files, photos, albums, videos, and events. So anytime you upload a photo, you upload a dialogue within the discussions, you can always tag it so that it'll all be dropped into one place. So as I showed you, this has just been dropped into our group. So when we click a certain link within the group, it'll take you to the group and what they're discussing. However, if you click tags up here, this is where every tag will be present within the actual network. So if we just see here, let's just look under pre-K through second grade. You can see there's been 77 items that have been tagged. There's been albums, discussions, events, and groups, and you get the idea. So the more you tag, the more it will become dumped into one specific group content. So let's just scroll down a bit and look at subjects again. So if we look under English and Language Arts, once again, under the network, it will show us all the different things that have been tagged under English and Language Arts subject. So it's all alphabetized to make it a little bit easier for you since there are so many things that get tagged. So let's head on back to our tag list. So why would you want to tag something? Well, if you're really excited about something you're talking about and you want to make sure that other people will be able to see what you're talking about, you would tag. If you want to make sure that it will be dumped into one group or one subject, you would want to tag. So the more you tag a discussion or an event, the more it will get noticed and recognized and will become more prevalent within the website. So now that you know the ins and outs of the website a little bit, the next thing we're going to discover is how to actually find friends for you to communicate with. So let's go under friends here. And we're going to go to search. So if you know someone who is already a part of the network, you can actually search for them. So let's search for myself, Rachel Zanders. And then we're going to click search. And there's my profile. So as soon as I come up, we're going to add me as a friend here. If you'd like to send a little personal message, that's fine, and then click Add Friend. And now I'll receive the request, and then I'll be able to accept it, and now we can become friends. So let's go back up to friends. You can also invite friends who are not a part of the network yet. If you'd like to create a group maybe, or just find more people within the network, you can go and invite your friends. So you have your email. You send in the email, and you separate the emails with a comma. So let's send an email to whoever at gmail.com, a message as to why you want to become a part of the group or the network, and then send the invite. So now that you've explored the website, you've looked at groups, we friended some people, we've explored your profile a bit, I'm just going to show you the technical issues that go behind receiving notifications from the network. So when you receive notifications, it's usually because someone posted within the group, someone shared something to you personally, or someone has a friend requested you. So let's go under Profile and go under Preferences. So preferences is just a great way to be able to monitor how you get notifications, if you want to get them on a daily basis, a weekly basis. So let's see. Your activity stream is what's coming through your home feed at a time. So if you only want 20 things at a time, select 20. If you want 100 things at a time, you can type in 100, whatever you prefer to look at one time. Let's go next. So now your preferences have saved. Next, I'm just going to show you email and notifications. So as I said before, whenever you receive a notification, you can either choose for it to be on site, so you receive it only on the site, or you can receive it only through your email, or you can receive both. So you can just check whatever you prefer, and then click Save Changes whenever you're finished. And then your preferences have been saved. And then the last thing I'd like to show you is the notification digest. So this, again, as I had stated before, this just selects your intervals. If you want to get them weekly, daily, monthly, you can choose however often you want to receive notifications. And then once you've chosen the date that you want to get them on the week, you can save notifications, and your preferences have been saved. All right, so now that we've looked at preferences, let's head back to the home page. So now that we're back in the home page, we actually have some notifications waiting for us. So the really cool thing about notifications is that it shows how many you have in the certain subjects. So first here we have global notifications. So anytime anyone posts anything within the TPS Commons or your home feed, you'll be notified on who it was and what they posted. You also have a friend request. So however many friends have requested to be your friend, it'll show it here in the box. So currently we have 1. And then also we have a private message waiting for us. And then if we see here up at the top, it shows in total how many notifications we have. So first, let's look at our global notifications. Here we have our activity updates. So now I'm friends with Rachel Zanders, which means she accepted my friend request, and she also sent me a private message. So let's get out of here by clicking the X. And let's go check our private messages. So if we click up here, She entitled it Great to See You, so let's go to our inbox and take a look. And let's click here. And here you have your message, and you can choose to reply, you can choose to delete it, and you guys can have a private convo through your inbox. And then we also have one notification here in the friend request. Let's click that. Oh. And Sabrina Cusimano has chose to add Wayne as a friend. So let's click approve. And now we're friends with Sabrina Cusimano. So again, the notifications are just a great way to see what's out there, what friends are trying to get in contact with you, if you have any messages, and again, the global notifications. So now I'm just going to show you some final tips on how to really navigate this site efficiently. So first I'm going to show you how you can search the website. So we have our search text here, but we also can search by certain subjects. Let's click the down arrow. And here we have, you can search by tags, you can search by groups, you can search by members, and you can search by events. So let's go up to tags and search by tags. So we're going to type in, let's type in pollution and see what comes up. So if we just scroll down here, we can see we have a pollution image, and let's click that. And here it takes us back to the original image we had actually just uploaded earlier in this series. So let's go back up and see what else we can search. So let's type, let's go to groups. And let's type in history. And if we scroll down a bit, here are all the groups that are pertaining to some sort of history. We have World History, Common Curl World History, National History Day. So these are all the groups that are pertaining to your particular search, which was history. So one final tip I'm just going to show you is how to navigate a little bit quicker. So we're going to go up here next to your name and click this compass. And here is your fast navigation. It's just an easier way to get places a little quicker. So we have the TPS Commons in the center. We have photos for all of the network. We have groups here. We have friends and events. So if you just click, let's click the TPS Commons. And it'll take you right back to the TPS Commons page. So that wraps up session 3 of this professional development series. Thank you so much for navigating with me on this TPS Teachers Network site. I hope to see you on it, and if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me.